About 15 years ago, a bunch of guys met playing World of Warcraft and continued to game together over the years. These men got married, had kids, but still managed to play games together. Today, they are still gamers, and they survive by squeezing in the little time they have when they can. A nostalgic shift to the past has brought forth a D&D campaign. If you're bored, and there's literally nothing else on, then maybe you can watch PEBCSAC.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to yet another session of PEBCSAC. Problem exists between character sheet and share.
It's not that kind of sack.
Yeah. So we've got our three of our compatriots here. Our fourth is.
I hope you got more scotch.
So good. That's such
Ogre?
a good thing.
I do. Look at this.
Okay.
Another bottle waiting.
Oh yeah.
It's just in the wings.
Look at this is my Manhattan. The wine glass.
That's a healthy
Yeah.
Manhattan.
So anyway, we're missing
Brawny
Darko.
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 Bronny Darko. Yeah, he's not feeling well. He also plays in a garage that is not air conditioned,
Climate controlled?
It's
Starting to get hot where he's at.
He lives in Georgia, so there's a lot of ball sweat, and all
Musky.
sorts of stuff going on there. So he's not feeling real well. So we're just gonna play him again.
A little bit of drip drap.
All right, so there were a bunch of bells that kind of kept everything together. Bells went silent. You guys try to figure out what's going on. You met with Mayor Crenshaw. He pointed you in the direction of the mine to grab some shit. You went, you grabbed some shit, came back out, and the town was completely kind of wiped clean. Everyone was just gone.
Yep.
You found the word Totenreich. You went out. You met a guy named Ullman Bormine, who it was a dwarf, and he kind of told you that he knows what's going on, but he's not going to kind of clue you in. But pointed you in the direction of Almay on your way to Skepis. You ran into an elf farmer, and you stole from him, which was super great. You stole his longbow, but you did leave your short bow, so that was nice.
Hey, we're thinking of the people.
And so you're on your way, and all of a sudden a fight broke out with some bandits. So we're in the middle of this bandit fight. And it is Doger's turn.
And I would say this fight is tenuous.
This is a little rough.
We are in no way in control of what's
So-
We've got
John,
5 guys.
burgers and fries.
Does it make sense to show the scene at this moment?
Yeah,
If he's
it
drawing
does.
out?
So
I think
let's go ahead and do that.
Now this was made in a cartography app.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
on the side. So we've got a Kickstarter
Yeah.
for it.
Right.
if you
Yeah.
guys
We got
wanna
about
help fund it.
4,000 in donations, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting like
Yeah.
Pixar.
And there we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
just,
Wow. I mean, where'd you find the time? Where'd you
right,
find the time?
sure. Well,
It's
really
like
hard.
being in the ring.
that green is
I just
so
got
green.
inspired. I just went and went. So the green is kind of your foliage shit. You've got some trees, which are the squares.
Mhm.
Doger, Bronny, GQ, and Hopi. Hopi is in there. The 2 X's in front of him are the 2 guys that he is kind of currently engaged with. There's a guy off to the left. There's a dude on the ground in front of Doger who seems to be in some sort of stunned type state. And Bronny is giving it the old college try with the bandit leader.
Throwing daggers.
And GQ's in the back. So pile of daggers between the 2 of them. All right, so that's what we got going on, and now we're back. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
I mean, obviously, what was missing from that
that beautiful map was where my book is in the woods.
Your book.
Right. Your book is between the two trees,
Which is his familiar, by the way.
in front of you.
Which is
right?
my
Yeah.
familiar.
Googly eyes.
You
Okay.
threw it, and said something about like, "Tell me what's going on," and all you heard was like, "Oh God."
Okay.
Not the game.
So it's my turn, right?
It is your turn. Stoker's turn.
All right. So give me 1 second here. I gotta. And that is gonna be.
That's self-roll, though.
Okay. All right. So the guys in front of me. I go to swing my book mace, but it's not in my hand. I realize,
Right.
and then I instantly regret throwing the book into the woods. But you hear from the woods in the distance the book yell "La Carl," right? And it comes flying out of the woods, smacks to my face, and starts burning, right? Just engulfs my whole body in fire.
Okay.
And then Dogger starts to grow in size, becomes twice as large,
Oh my God.
and through a demonic sounding voice, sorry, I don't have the sound effects, he says, "Come on, you limp dick meat bags! Let's tear into these guys!" All right.
All right. So
I've been waiting to see what would happen.
We're kind of guessing that Rove here has had enough of your pussyfooting around. Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay. So Rove is kind of taken over
Rove has now possessed Dogger.
via your book. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's your turn. I'm going to say that's kind of a lot going on there.
Yeah.
All right. So Dogger is now a Rove. Hopi.
Yes.
Yep.
You've got a guy in front of you who is looking pretty shitty.
Yeah, I
And
want
you
to
got
try
a guy to
to.
his left.
I want to try to finish off the pretty shitty looking guy.
Okay.
Double dagger. I don't know if I can. My cunning action seems like it's an action that I have to use after the turn.
What is the cunning action again?
So it says you can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. Basically, lets me hide. So it's like I can go
Right.
boom boom and then back and hide again.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
But I have to roll for it.
Sounds
so
really cutting.
definitely double dagger situation.
Okay. Why don't you give me a roll for the first dagger?
Is that a 20?
It's always a joy.
11.
Plus your attack roll.
What's I got? I should know this already.
Is it a plus 4
Sorry,
or
that's
plus
630.
6?
Yeah, plus 4. 15.
Yep. All right. So that's a hit. Okay.
Awesome.
And so
My dagger's a 1d4 plus 4. Borg, did you tell me about how to use daggers by chance?
Let me tell you a little something
Oh,
about.
no?
I'm nowhere near to touch
All
it.
right, 1d4 plus 4. Wait, that's a 6. Hold on. I didn't know.
You just see
Do I
this
have
turtle
a d4?
poke his head out of the woods.
Oh, I do have a d4.
Hey, GQ! How do I
Two.
use these daggers real good?
Okay. All right. So the way that this is looking here is you pop up with your daggers, right? You rear back. He looks at you like this is just the
Motherfucker.
worst. Like, I signed up for something totally different than what this was. All right. You had the last minute have like a change of heart, but you can't quite stop your dagger and just kind of nick him
Slowly,
like right in the neck a little bit, pop the jugular. He bleeds out and he's done.
Yes.
Now,
Nice. Good stuff.
hold on. Is that note to everyone else? I want to hide, by the way.
Okay, and you hide. You gotta do a hide check. Is that right?
Not sleight of hand. Stealth. Have +8 on stealth.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
12 plus 8, 20.
Yep. Okay. All right, and then you bleed. You kind of blend back into the leaves there.
Excellent.
All right.
What I was going to mention is,
yeah.
Sean said, I don't know if this is part of the story, but you're saying that I almost regret it because I don't regret it. So is there a reason why we should regret it?
Oh no. I was just saying, like, you just kind of, you just
Okay.
barely hit
Make
him.
sure.
It wasn't
Make
like
sure.
much of a
It's like
hit.
I'm a heartless fucking turtle. I don't give a shit about
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
You just had this moment where he like looked at you and you locked eyes, like locking eyes with like a deer before you shoot it or something like that.
Oh, these aren't like Palace in the Stiff Woods.
No.
No.
You're like,
Okay.
I'm gonna make some good like bandit jerky out of this
All right.
guy.
You're like, I hope he had a family as you're driving your knives into it.
Done.
Okay, all right. It is the other bandit that's kind of in front of you to your left. He is going to try to shoot you with his crossbow.
Go with that. My
All right.
AC is 20, by the way, unless
And
it's
you
been
are
an hour. in this
stealthed,
fight.
so he's
Yep.
going to be disadvantaged. Oh yeah, and he just kind of like freaks the fuck out because he just saw his friend died. Like they were really close; they were best men at each other's wedding, and so he just shoots and just goes flying off. So he completely misses.
Amazing.
Good.
Nice.
You've got the guy in front of Micah who's lying on the ground. He
You mean Dogger.
kind of like shakes a little bit, like he's trying to do something. Eyes darting around, and you just hear like a. He just farts a little bit, but other than that, that's all he's
So
got.
good.
All
good.
right, and there's another bandit in the woods who is going to take a shot at Doger. He hits Doger for. Sorry.
Big number sounds like 2 digits.
He hits you. He clocks you.
Oh no.
For 8 points. Right.
No
So
crap.
you're sitting there like looking down at this guy who just kind of farted. You're just kind of you're on fire and all this stuff. Rove like and as he like rears back, like this crossbow bolt just nails you right in the shoulder. Yeah. All right. So you take 8 points of damage.
At least I wasn't monologuing when I took that crossbow bolt.
Sean, can you
Yes.
do a quick play pause on your video? Sorry.
How do I do that?
It'd be a
Just
drop and
stop.
rejoin.
A drop,
I
drop.
think.
Yeah.
Trig, you just.
No. Y'all
I
aren't seeing
I
it?
hear you.
No,
It-
I see.
I-
Any
Yeah,
better?
it's good. I
Yeah,
think what's
that's it.
happening,
Okay.
just a quick sidebar, is when you're sharing the whiteweboard, that's when it
that's when it
triggers
okay.
the
Okay,
mess
that
up.
fucks it up now. All right, sweet. So is that good now? We're back to business?
We're already lagging again.
Good enough.
Probably lagging again.
It's just
But I
the
don't think
amazing
I don't know if we're
internet.
gonna fix it.
Yeah,
All right,
you're not
let
gonna
me
fix it.
leave. Let me leave, and I'll come back.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry,
Yeah,
I just
it's- no, I agree.
Yeah.
But
But it's not gonna.
Yeah.
If it's a latency problem, it's not gonna get fixed. It's not.
you know what it is? Sean's hosting. Maybe you shouldn't host.
No,
he's not
Borg's
hosting. Borg started the
Got it.
call.
Okay,
All
that's
right,
way better.
How's this looking? This is better. Okay,
Perfect,
all right.
that's
So hopefully I won't share anything for a while. It'll be all right.
Okay.
All right. It is
Stop
Hoot's
sharing.
turn. It is Hoot's
Who?
turn.
Yeah,
And
Hoot.
Ronnie is looking like he is struggling. So just
Okay.
throwing that out.
So Hoot steals himself as an owl can steal himself
Sure.
and darts towards the bandit leader just to flap around his face and attempt to distract him in any way he can, and then dart away very quickly back to me.
Like Flutter. He cast
Okay.
Flutter.
All right, and that's a help to Bronny.
Yeah, but the goal, the distraction goal here is to give him disadvantage on his next roll.
So he would whiff it more.
Possibly, but he also could take a shot at Hoot.
Not with his flyby.
Oh, it was a
But
flyby.
he's makes-
dangle.
He's not flying by. I mean,
Yeah, if he's flying by, he's like,
help.
fly by, stop, and then fly by. Like, he's going
Right.
to hit him when he stops.
What if
Yeah,
he
he,
just
like, comes
flew
in, does a
by,
jig.
dropped owl dick in front of his face, and then flew?
Okay,
Yeah,
so if to keep it simple, I'll say he goes, he flies in, he helps Bronny,
Bronny.
and,
Okay.
then he flies out. But I will look it up. I think you can do a distract move.
All right. Look it up and let me know for the next round.
Okay.
All right, and it is the bandit leader's turn, and he is going to be he's going to rear back with his scimitar, and I guess that little bit of owl flutter
Owl magic.
just really kind of throw him off, and he totally whiffs, just like 3
Yeah.
feet away. And
Woo, go
all right, so
Hoot.
it's GQ's turn. GQ.
All right, here we go. I would like to cast Hex on the bandit leader.
Okay, I fucked up, so I'm going to allow him to cast his Hex because I messed up earlier. So
Mhm.
Hex on the bandit leader. Okay.
Yep. And I have decided that my Hex trademark cast line is going to be Naman Narayana.
Una mano.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, I did. Right there with you.
Get it. Okay.
Oh, so
Little
good.
Prodigy reference.
So
there.
good.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
I may not do it every time. Like that
All right, sweet.
All right, so he'll take an additional 1d6 if I manage to land an attack, and that attack is going to be an Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to roll a d20 to see if that hits. It is a 23.
Yep, that'll clock him. So
right.
4 balls of Eldritch Blast come flying out and kind of converge and hit him. He's got his mirror image up still.
Got it.
Yeah,
Hey,
ooh,
look at this guy remembering.
He gets
attention to
clocked.
detail there.
All right,
Yeah.
so 1d10, right?
All right, 1d10. Yep. All right, it is a plus my charisma modifier, which I should have memorized, but I don't. So it's a total of 9 damage plus the hex damage of 1d6. So I shouldn't say total really. It's a total of 12 damage with that's including Eldritch Blast and hex and everything.
I already made the thing. So what was the 1d6?
A 3.
A 3. Okay.
I already made the thing.
All right. I mean, I already did the subtractions. I'm like, I don't know what I subtracted for. All I know what I would have to add, but I've got time for that shit. All right. Okay, and we are back to Doger, who is on fire. There's a book wrapped around his face.
Yeah.
He is like huge and menacing and freaking out.
All right. So I'm just gonna pile drive a fist down into the guy that's just right in front of me.
Okay.
So let's see. That's gonna be. That's gonna be a 23.
Yep, that'll do it.
And then for damage, that's going to be 8.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and then I get it.
How long does row do you have like resists and stuff worked out? Like, is there a DC check that you have to pass each time to try to take control again, or what?
Yeah, so that's what I rolled for already. So yeah, there's a basically a wisdom check to fight against Rove. But he gets another attack.
Okay.
So that's a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
That's a 25.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Yep. 10.
We double that?
Okay. So you rear back with your fist. You clock him once in the face. That seems to have gone well. Rove is like super into that. He's like, I'm going to try that again with kind of some gusto. And you literally put your fist through his head. Like there is a donut left. Like there's a hole that so he is just completely annihilated. And lay on the ground. Okay.
You got
a
donut in your head.
It is Hopi's turn.
Hope and low.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Went.
I'm sorry. It is Bronny's turn. It is Bronny's turn.
Which is also Hopi Lope.
Okay, so Bronny's turn.
I know that he dual wields. I think that's rapier and scimitar.
Uh-huh.
So those should be. What happened? Sorry. What?
Oh, house on fire. All dead.
No, I got saved from the phone calls. Okay. All right. I want to. There's nobody in front of me.
Yeah, there's
right?
a bandit leader.
The bandit leader.
Yeah, and he is strong.
I need
help.
to
He's strong.
attack. Do y'all think a move behind Doger situation is probably better?
No.
No, I would. You need to attack him.
I'll attack.
No, if you want to
That's
be behind
1d8
Doger
plus
right now.
4, and then another 1d8 plus 4.
So that roll 20 twice, right?
Yep.
So
roll
here we go.
20.
Rolling.
Yep.
I rolled a 10. I don't know what his
Which is
modifier is.
9.
Yep. Nope. That's not going to do it. So he
He's the
rears
worst
back.
ranger in
misses.
history. All right,
Wait, does he get advantage because he's been helped? How does this work? I forget.
Oh, he does. He gets a 1d6 plus. Help. Can roll a 1d6 and add that to it.
Oh shit! It fell off.
Help grants an ally advantage, right? So he just rolls twice and takes the higher of the two?
Mhm.
That is a 1.
Oh, okay. All right. So, was that a 1d6?
Hey!
There she is. Hey. Was that a 1d6?
That was a 1d6.
All right. Borg's saying that a help is actually an advantage, so roll a 1d20.
I'll
D20.
double check.
18.
Okay, all right, so that'll do it. So he rears back, clocks him with his scimitar, doing how much damage? Scimitar is what, a
1d8 plus
1d6?
Oh, sorry. That's a
I don't
rapier.
know. I have no idea.
I think a rapier and a scimitar are probably pretty similar, but I could be wrong. Otherwise-
it's different. I remember it had different stats.
Okay, I'll
it's
do 1d6
advantage.
plus 4.
I'm trying to look it up really quick.
Yeah. I don't think I have a d6. I mean, I do, but I didn't take it out because I don't have any weapons with a d6. Here's one.
Rapier is 1d8.
Oh,
A 3?
1d8 plus anything?
Well, it's a finesse weapon, right? So
Yeah,
you
it's
just
finesse, so
roll.
it'll be plus dex, which is minus
Which is
1.
minus
So you would do less damage
I rolled
Yeah.
a 7.
with the rapier.
Okay, all right, so he does 6 points of damage. Okay, all right. So you clock him pretty good. You have a rapier. Bunny has his rapier. He rears back the rapier, tries to attack.
A 16.
Okay, that'll do it. He lunges
1d.
forward, stabs him with his rapier.
1d8 plus 4. I rolled a 1 again. So 5.
Okay, all right.
These dice are cursed.
Okay, so that dude is still holding strong, but it's starting to show signs of wear and tear. All right, it is now Hopi's turn. Hopi,
Let's go, Hopi.
you have stealth
Yeah,
into the
so I'm
woods. You've got a
stealth.
dude in front of you who just tried to
Yeah.
attack you. Couldn't do it.
I would like to sneak attack, double dagger, which
Yep.
is a 2d6 additional on my sneak attack.
All right,
All right, so
Got a hit.
17.
I'll do it. All right.
My dagger is 1d4 plus 4.
Does
Okay.
extra damage to fathers of 3 or more children.
All right.
I rolled a 1
Oh my god.
plus
Oh,
4 is
that's
5.
fine.
And then I get a
Fine.
2d6.
2d6.
Where's my CX at?
I'm pissed.
It's an 8. There it is. I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
And I rolled a 1.
What?
Feather
All right,
dice.
so
one.
total damage. How much did you do?
7. right?
1 plus
There's
2 plus
5
6
and then
is
1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. All right. So you leap out of the bushes, come clawing in with your daggers, and do just like a sweet ass X on his chest. He's looking pretty rough as well.
We keep hearing that. I want one of these guys to go down. Okay.
Yeah. He's
So-
he's you know he's
So
got
when
some
I roll
tears in
my
his eyes.
sneak
You're not
attack-
sure if it's from the damage or it's from like losing his best friend, but
Am I rolling for my 1 dagger, or do I get my other dagger?
so you get your other dagger.
All right.
You.
Yeah. So you roll a d20 for your other dagger.
17.
Okay. All right. You hit him again. So you
Yes.
flash across his chest. He's looking rough.
But it's not a 2d6.
It's not it's not a sneak because
Yeah,
he's
this is
already
not a
hit.
sneak,
So now it's
a
just a 1d4 plus 4,
Uh-huh.
which is here. Come on, not a 1. God dang. A 1.
All right.
What is it? 5. It's 5. It's 5.
Like, am I
Alright.
reading this wrong? It's the top number on this little thing, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's it.
What in the world? Is
Yeah.
it weighted?
All right. So here's the good news, though, is that you slash him across his chest. He looks hurt. He looks offended. He looks disappointed. He's got some tears kind of coming out of his face. While he's kind of going through those roll of emotions,
Just kill
you
me
take
already.
your dagger and just carve out his fucking neck.
I'm like,
And he drops
paper
dead.
cut. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are down to 2. You're down to the dude who's in the woods, kind of across from Doger, and the bandit leader.
You.
All right.
That's by 1,000 cuts.
Okay, it is that dude in the woods who is going to take a shot at Doger because Doger all of a sudden turned into a fucking demon and he's like freaking
Real
out.
big target.
The yit.
All right, and that clearly that last shot was clearly some sort of mistake because this one just goes flying off about 20 feet
Okay.
over your head.
That's on my armor class 12, right? Because remember it's
Right.
adjusted down. Okay.
Yeah. So it is Hoot's turn.
All right. So again, fearing for our good friend Bronny's well-being, Hoot's going over there and he's gonna be like, "Hey, Bronny, you got this, man. P.S. Don't pollute."
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So Hoot comes in, sits on his shoulder, kind of
Yes,
takes his wing up and puts it over, like, like I'm gonna have a little secret conversation here with just my feathers. And
Right.
Brawny gives him a little heart to heart. Brawny looks a little stronger there. All right, it is the bandit leader's turn.
Yes.
All right,
Come on.
he is excited about finishing Brawny off, but the dude to his right just turned into a fucking demon lord something or other. So he turns and is going to take a shot at Doger because Doger is going to fuck him up. So he runs in.
Did Doger increase his hit points when he doubled in size?
Yeah.
Doger
good.
does. Yeah, he keeps track of all that stuff.
Probably
Okay.
temporary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temporary hit points.
He clocks you with a scimitar one time.
One clock this time.
But only doing 4 damage.
All right.
While you're suffering from that, however, he does another one that he completely misses. He doesn't know how he missed you because you're so fucking big.
It brought out of the barn here.
But somehow he swiped and nothing happened, and he's just like, "What the hell? I'm the worst." And we move on. Okay, it is Gaylord Quinfinius Hassenpfeffer's turn. All right.
All right. Well, I've got my hex target. I'm ready to see if I can land a hit, which is a 25 on the bandit leader.
Nice.
Noise.
So, rolling a D10 for base damage plus charisma modifier, total of 6 damage.
Okay, total of 6 damage on him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, 4 wispy, flamey things come shooting out and clock him right in the middle of his back as he's attacking Doger.
Notice mine
him-
don't go. Pew!
Yes, yours are like a
Wispy.
right. Comes in. Okay.
That's not my trademark. That's someone else's.
All right, Doger, you got this bandit leader in front of you
Yeah.
who just whiffed like
Hammer
crazy.
fist.
Yeah,
And
like
thank
a
goodness.
kid the first time he's up at like Little League
Wiffle ball.
wiffle ball.
Fucking whiffs.
Just completely swings like this is going to be awesome. It spins around, almost sits on his ass, and is just staring at the ball like still on top of the tee
Hilarious.
or whatever. Okay, all right,
So obviously, I'm beat the shit out of this guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rove's still in control here.
Yes, Rove is still in control. But that's a 10. So I don't think that's gonna hit.
That's not going to do it. So Rove rears back and is just going to like, "Ow, bah," and the guy just kind of dances over to his right.
And this one is a 16.
That will do it.
All right.
Yes.
All right. For 9 damage.
For 9 damage. All right. Okay. All right. So you clock him. He missed dance on the first one. He's got this little smirk on his face, like, yeah, motherfucker. And then he just like uppercut him right in the jaw.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
he's starting to rethink some of his life choices as well. It's Bronny's turn.
Come on, Brownie.
We're going guns blazing.
Okay.
Scimitar and rapier.
Open the garage
Okay.
door. Let
Here
him
we
breathe
go.
through.
There
Off
we
the
go.
back. Piss out back.
Rolled a 2.
Okay,
On the first
that's not going to do it.
Okay. All right. good.
But he is
Advantage.
swinging at this dude's back because this dude is trying to get Doger. So I'll give it an advantage. So go ahead and do another 1d20. Or,
Advantage.
He should have drank that
Do a
pot.
1d20.
Just do a d20.
Shit. Fell off the table.
Dude,
Rolled
I
again,
still haven't
16.
used the fucking wand. by the
16.
way.
Okay, you still have not used the one. That is true. All right, 16. That'll hit.
Okay.
Okay.
He has a 1d8 plus 4.
Uh-huh.
6.
Okay.
10.
I hope we
10
get back to my turn.
plus- Plus the hex damage, right? Does everyone get the
No,
hex
no,
damage?
just me.
Just you.
me.
Okay, all right. So that was 10, you said? Okay,
Yeah.
so Bronny comes over, just like he's bleeding, he's bruised.
Yes.
He just kind of saunters over, like, this is the fucking end of it, man. And
Yes.
just clocks him in the face, right? And he does not take him down,
Okay.
but he is staggering
I got one more attack.
strongly. Bronny pulls out his rapier.
Rapier.
Do it up.
He's like, rape this.
Rolled a 9.
That's an
And
8.
this dude's staggering around. He doesn't have a prayer in hell. Bronny takes his rapier and totally just misses. He ends up hitting the tree. Just kind of jets it. Barely misses fucking Joker. Okay. All right. It is Hopi's turn. Hopi, there
Come
are
on,
two
Hopi.
people who are dead in front of you. There's a guy somewhere to your left. In
Left,
the woods.
Yep. I think my best move would be to at least kind of run in that direction and then get some type of stealth cover once I get vision of him.
Okay. All right. So you run over. Why don't you give me a stealth check?
18 plus 8.
Yep, that'll do it. All right. So you come over. You get pretty damn close to him, but he has no idea that you're there. Okay. All right. It is. It is Hoots. No, it's the bandit's turn. So the bandit's going to take another shot at Doger.
The hoot takes a dump in his eye and he dies.
So you're standing there, Doger. You just uppercut the bandit leader in the face, and this bolt comes flying in and nails you right in the middle of your chest.
Squeeze out a
Doing.
Cleveland steamer on my chest.
Oh God! Doing 9 points of damage.
To who?
Doger.
Doger.
Yeah.
Not like this. Not like this.
Shit.
Not like this.
All right. So
Okay.
hold on. So Doger takes that damage, and then you hear, "Ow! Ow! Ooey! Ow! 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 Ooey!"
Oh,
And
ooey,
the
ow,
book
ow, ow,
releases
ow.
from Doger, drops to the ground, and he shrinks back down to his normal size. And the flames.
Is he conscious?
Oh.
Is Doger conscious?
Yes, Doger is conscious.
Okay.
good.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. It is Hoot's turn.
All right. Hoot is now seeing that Doger is in grave danger and runs over to Hoot. Runs over to Doger and gives him a little brush of the wing to encourage him for the next attack. It says, BTW, don't pollute.
BTW, don't pollute.
All right. That sounds good.
So
All right. Okay. It is the bandit leader's turn.
Oh dear.
All right. He sees Doger shrink down to size. He himself is not looking so great, but he thinks this is his moment to shine. He reaches out with his scimitar and totally whiffs it again. He grabs it with both hands. He's like swinging for the distance. Like
Got
he's
blood in
gonna
his
just-
eyes.
He
Oh,
does.
was he
man.
going
He's
for
going to
speed?
completely just cut Doger's head off and send it
He's all
flying
alone.
over left center field, and it just totally misses. Okay,
Good.
It is Hassenpfeffer's turn.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So there's 2 enemies left, right?
There
Yeah.
are 2 enemies left.
And let's say a large explosion were to happen near to one of these enemies. How much distance between the 2 enemies that are left is there between?
A pretty good
Enemy and
distance
ally.
from the drawing.
No, I mean the drawing's changed. I mean we've been taking action.
yeah, we've
Yeah.
all moved
Yeah.
around.
The leader is near Doger, right?
Right,
I mean,
but
if there
Doger's
were,
here and
if
I'm
there
up
were an
here.
explosion, you would think that Doger is going to get at least a little bit, depending on what's going on there.
Okay.
You don't have a great image. You don't have a great line of sight to the other dude,
Right. He's in the foliage.
but you're also not sure what this thing does. So,
Can I ask Doger how many have I?
Doger, how are you looking?
Yeah.
Describe your physicality.
I'm all right. Standing. Probably a little winded.
All right, we're doing this. I reach in for the wand of mediocrity, and I say, "By the power of WMD, the power of WMD compels you." And I shoot it right at the bandit leader's face.
Okay, great.
Whatever the fuck it does. I don't know.
Not at the
This is
bandit
a bit
leader.
of
I'm like
Phil
standing right in
Nye
front of him. Oh gosh.
At the bandit leader. At the bandit leader.
leader. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
Doger might have to get a drink of his
Learn
own
by
syrup.
doing.
My scissor. I want to drink my scissor.
Scissor. Day 3.
Hold on. Okay. That I did not have exactly pulled up. Okay, it doesn't matter. 3 balls of light shoot out
Okay.
and collide with this dude.
All
and
right.
you recognize it as a magic user as magic missile.
Yes.
Oh,
fucking magic
yes.
missile!
All
Okay.
right.
Right. So and
There will
totally
be no
safe,
collateral damage.
Yay.
totally safe to use indoors, right?
Did you
Okay.
attack the darkness though?
Goodness. Only if you roll a nat 20 can you attack the darkness.
Okay. Yep.
Whoa.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right. So magic missile. Fucking hell. Let's see what this does.
Let me look at magic missile.
Yeah, look at that for me, if you don't mind.
You just want to like what it does.
Yep.
All right.
Just give me the damage on each ball, like on the balls.
A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force.
Okay. All right. So 3 comes out. 1d4 plus 1.
You'd think the guy who made the wand would know how
Ooh,
it
that's
works.
okay. So it's 5, 9,
Huh?
and 11 total
Okay.
for the 3. It was 3 balls.
These 3 balls of light come kind of blasting out the end of this wand. The wand kind of sags. But these 3 balls come out. They clock this leader
So
from
good.
behind. He kind of sits there for a second, like kind of wavering back and forth, and then these leaves kind of fall from the trees, coalesce into the words "finish him."
Yeah! Okay. So I command Hoot to just go over to him and take his claw by the forehead and just push him over.
Like dink.
Okay.
A little-
All right. So these 3 balls of light come in. They kind of spread out and then slam back into him. Clog him in the back. He's kind of wavering, whatever. Hoot rushes over like he's like a fucking peregrine falcon. Like just dives in. The last second kind of jumps back a little bit, sticks a toe out, and just kind of barely carves him in the face. The dude
Timber!
falls over and dies. Okay, as you do that, the last guy stands up and throws down his weapon.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Combat ends, and you have
Combat
to
ends.
decide if you want to renew combat or not.
Okay.
So I'm stealth behind him.
You're stealth behind him. He stands up, drops his stuff, and he's like, "Hey, listen, gang, we got off on the wrong foot here, and I'm willing to make some life changes at this moment."
All right.
So I think y'all should plead and see if he's for real. And if not, I'm gonna just pull his legs out and
Okay.
It's like, hey, would you like to be added to our pool of combat NPCs? Uh-oh.
I'm not. I like to be polite, but in this case, I'm not really feeling all that polite.
All right, is
And I'm
everybody
like-
caught up? My stream froze for a second.
Yeah, we're good.
Discord
I'm,
call.
I'm good.
All right.
Okay. So, why did you attack us? You just trying to get our stuff?
Listen, man, it's a hard economy, right? I mean, things are tough, and
So
you know,
good.
I kind of signed up to make some money and kind of support my family and shit. I was just I was with Pat there, and points to the guy, the band leader on the ground. Pat, like, he kind of got us into all this stuff, and he was talking this big game about how we were going to make some money and kind of rehabilitate this town that we had, these ruins that we had found. Those are the old ruins of a town, and we were gonna start a place of our own. It was gonna be awesome, and shit just got out of hand, man. That shit just happens. Like, there were a lot of tequila shots, and next thing you know, you're in the woods shooting arrows at people for no good reason. So it's just honestly like a huge mistake, and I'd rather just kind of hightail it back to our little ruins and rethink some things.
So what? You'll
Really?
tell me banditry, being a highwayman, is your side hustle? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to tell you. It is my side hustle. Like, at heart, like I think of myself as as something of an actor, right? Like, I was in school plays growing up and all that shit, and so like that's kind of where my heart is. But dude, unless you get like a Screen Actor Guild card, like you're fucked. You just can't get in, and so the union's got me blocked out, and so I've got to do this shit to kind of make ends meet. But I'm willing to just kind of step back, let that dream go, and live up my days.
No, listen. I can
my
relate. I too am concerned about the failing of the arts here, and I got a question for you. So, is there more of y'all, or is this the lot?
There's a couple guys back at camp. There's just two of them.
I think we fuck them up. Oh,
Do they care about?
They care about you.
I mean, I would hope so. Like we've been together for a while. We've got like secret handshakes and shit.
That's a lot for a side hustle.
Because I hear you on the market's tough and the economy's tough. But here's the deal: right now, you're bargaining for your life.
Yeah, sure. All right, I get that.
And we want to be compelled to give it to you.
Okay.
So please make an offer.
Here's what I want to tell you. Like, I've got like this shitty ass crossbow, right? But back at camp, there's like our chest, our savings, right? So I can guide you back to where we're kind of hiding out, and make some introductions, right? Give you guys what we've kind of collected, because it sounds like, dude, you guys are some good dudes, obviously trying to make a difference in this world, trying to do the right thing. I could learn a lot from some guys like you, and so we want to support you guys. So I mean, I'll show you the way back to our camp. There's two guys there. Someone do a DC check for me.
He's
11.
stalling.
Plus what? Anything?
Yeah, that would be, I think, plus.
This guy.
Um,
He's like, you're the good guys. To the turtle family murderer and the guy who just punched some dude's head through the ground and left a donut hole.
Donut punch.
we're gonna to charisma. Charisma check.
Oh my god.
Right.
That's not me. That's Hasa.
Total of 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're pretty sure he's actually telling the truth. Like, he just saw his friends get killed. You think there's at least a guy or two back at camp, and there's some stuff there, right?
Is it appropriate to get a stealth Tweety in for what he did to us? I think it's appropriate.
Tweety.
I'm right behind him.
If that's what you want to do, why don't you roll
Here's his
for a
legs.
sleight of
I
hand?
can just come right up underneath. And just
Roll for a sleight of hand.
Slide of Tweety.
15 sleight of hand.
Okay.
It's
All right.
+6.
Okay, so you pop up, your turtle ass pops out of the woods behind him, and Tweety's him. He all of a sudden he just goes like completely pale, like almost kind of greenish, falls to the ground, and he goes like, "Yeah, you're right about that. I can't fight you there." So he's kind of like grabbing his crotch and stuff. Maybe a couple dry heaves, He's like, all right, if we're done with that, I'll take you guys back. I'll give you our loot.
Right, hold on.
Can we loot these corpses first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it what
All
you want to do, Duggar?
Yeah, while you guys are looting, Duggar
Looting.
just kind of recedes into the bushes and
Takes care of business.
furiously polishes his wand.
All right, so he walks
I've
into
never
the
seen
woods,
this wand.
polishing the wand, and you hear like, oh yeah, coming from the woods. Whatever it's going on in there, it seems to be going well.
This is
Okay.
the real WMD.
Okay, so you find 4 scimitars. 3 of them are pretty chipped and rusted. You're thinking that these are not really worth saving. You find 3 crossbows, 2 of which have been broken. So one, when someone came in and the body kind of killed him, the body slumped over, seems to have snapped the wood on it. The other one, when he tossed his own crossbow down, the string on it kind of popped. But on Pat there, lying on the ground, you find a sword, a scimitar, and why don't you someone give me some sort of investigation check?
I don't think that's me. Let me look. Oop.
Oh, I got. Let me do the investigation.
Let me take a look at you.
I only have one. I'm not a good investigator.
23.
Okay, all right. So you look at this thing over, and you're able to look at the runes and decipher that this is a scimitar of Grundlefunk. And once per day, if you take your thumb, so you hold the scimitar like this, you take your thumb up and just kind of rub, right there. It'll add 2d8 damage of acid damage.
Amazing.
Every turn for an hour if the target fails a check, and the check is a 17 difficulty check.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So that's pretty good. That's once a day though, and you have
Once a
to
day.
do. I want to see
Is it a
the
bonus
thumb
action?
The rubbing.
the thumb. The thumb. It's not a bonus action, but it is an important action.
All right.
Okay, and other than that, there's some bits and pieces of leather that they've kind of cobbled together for armor that doesn't seem to really do anything. And Pat was wearing a padded leather armor, but when that Eldritch Blast, when the magic missile came in and just annihilated him, it seems to kind of ruin him. So,
Look what you did, you little jerk.
all right.
That's
Okay,
good.
so
Okay.
is there any reason that like Trig doesn't take the scimitar immediately? You have to have daggers or something?
No, I mean I'm holding a rapier as well.
So I'll tell you,
Rapier.
my vision for this was
Yeah.
the Dan vision.
Yeah, I
Alright.
agree.
Yeah.
Bronny!
Give it to the
Brian.
NPC.
So I think Bronny gets the.
He's so
scimitar.
happy to have it too. Look at his
I'm
face.
sorry.
Look at his
Yeah.
face. He's so happy.
He's so pleased. He's so pleased. All right, so this bandit
Yeah.
is kind of sitting there. He finally gets up from his Tweety, and introduces himself. He says, "Hey, listen, guys, my name's Chad,
Oh god.
Chad Shathid, and let's just let bygones be bygones." He offers to walk you guys to the ruins that he's they're
now-
up in. Yeah.
Should we not take like a short rest or something? We know Bronny's like bleeding the fuck out, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So, I too would like to. I want to bind his hands, bind his feet, and take a short rest.
all right. So Chad says, "Man, that sounds great." He sits down, puts his feet together, puts his arms kind of behind his back, like he could not be more accommodating here. And he's like in the midst of all of his friends who have just like been completely decimated, but he's happy to let himself be tied up. He can take a rest. All right, so go ahead and do some rolls to get hit points back for whoever's going to be doing that.
Yep. You guys remember how that works, right? You got your hit die.
I don't.
The
Okay.
hit die.
So you've got hit die, right, per level.
You should have 3 now, right? Because you're level 3.
Yeah, so you should have
Yep.
3 hit die. You can roll. Is it just 1 per rest, or is it you get to choose how many per rest?
can choose however many you
There's
want.
a resource.
So you can choose
Yep.
how many you want per rest, but you won't get those back until it's a full rest. So you want
Long
to,
rest.
make sure you're using them how you want them. But it's your hit die plus your Constitution modifier. That's how many hit points you get back. So you roll that, and then it's plus your Constitution, and you'll gain that many.
Okay.
All right. So if
God
my
damn
hit die
it.
is 1d8. You said I can roll 3 times.
It was a hefty drink, show.
I made this Manhattan too strong.
And
You said I
the,
can roll.
fucking-
I'm good.
the
I can roll
story
last
has
day
unraveled.
classes tomorrow, and I'm gonna
Nice.
be fucking hungover.
All right.
Hilarious.
So I'm good.
Okay,
Hold
everyone
on,
good? Did you-
No, I'm doing one
I'm
more.
at full.
Do one more because I rolled a
24.
fucking
I got my
one.
spell slots back.
Opie, can you do some healing for
There we
Bronny?
go.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm rolling 3 hit die for him. Is that right?
That sounds good. He probably needs
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Sweet fucking deal. I rolled a 1, then I rolled a full heal right after that. So that was worth spending 2 hit
11.
die.
Okay.
So Bronny is up to 17. He was
Okay.
at.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so you guys take a little cat nap.
That's
Chad,
that's like about an hour, right?
Yeah.
that's about an hour,
An
yeah. Chad wakes up first, and he's like, "All right, guys, let's go do this." So are you guys going to follow him to the
Yeah.
ruins?
I would
Well,
like to.
While we're resting, I don't know if it might be a good time for.
Okay, so you guys are kind of resting right there in the area. You've pushed the corpses off to the side. You've made a little circle. Chad is kind of leaning up, tied up against a tree, and Gaylord looks like he has something on his mind.
So let me tell you a bit about who.
God damn it. I'm just kidding.
Familiars are actually spirits that take various forms. I have learned much about the spirit who currently inhabits our fluffy flying friend. Hoot's name was once Antonio de la Castillo de la Regado. He told me
You saw that one out of it.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
He told me in his former life he was an aspiring bard who caught the black lung while performing a seedy tavern in the slums of Skippers.
I got the black tongue pop.
Kincadian healers made attempts to boost his immune system, and he fought valiantly against the disease. Utonio escaped the ordeal with his life, but unfortunately the infection spread to his throat, and his vocal cords were permanently damaged, leaving him mute. Having lost his voice, Utonio lost his source of income. He tried juggling, shadow puppets, and some esoteric solo mimery he called Pink Man Group.
Mm-hmm.
But his methods never resonated with audiences.
This is why we need a basic income and universal health care.
Things only got worse from there. He spent his last copper on a cob of corn, and when it was consumed, his wandering life on the streets commenced. He rummaged through rubbish, searching for sustenance, and swallowed sordid scraps. When he could, he would capture and roast a random rat, but he only retched with rot gut. Gnawing hunger can drive good men to do dastardly deeds. One night, Utonio sneaked through the back window of a merchant's store, ravenously desperate to find something to eat. While he was inside, the owner, Esmeralda Spicyglutes, entered the store from the front.
I'm sorry, I can't. Alright. Please continue. Please continue.
Utonio quickly hid, and unaware of his presence, Esmeralda went to the back room, where, to Utonio's surprise, she disrobed.
Okay.
Minutes later, the town crier, Jebediah Gurglespurts,
I'm sorry, his last name was Gurgle Spurts.
No, my gosh.
entered the store and joined the now nude Mrs. Spicyglutes, and forthwith the two commenced carnal copulation.
Uh-huh.
At one point during the scene, Esmeralda remarked how much larger and satisfying Jebediah's manly member was compared to her husband's. Jebediah said that her husband's job as captain of the guard was probably compensation for his minuscule manhood. Of all the luck, Captain Spicyglutes was this shop owner's husband. Utonio hastened to sneak away. Utonio was making for the door when all of a sudden he accidentally knocked over a ceramic statue of Hillary, which shattered loudly on the floor. He bolted for the door, but Jebediah was already hot on his trail. The chase continued through the streets of the trade district. Using his last ounce of strength, Houtonio scaled the wall between the trade district and the lower district. When he reached the top of the wall, the view made his head spin. Jebediah had managed to climb up the wall and join him. With a resigned look, he said, "The things I do for love," and pushed Houtonio off the wall.
Yes.
If he could have screamed, he would. When the impact came, everything went black. No one mourns a beggar's death. The city guard treated it as a suicide and threw his body in the mass grave where many a beggar lay and rot. Thankfully, Houtonio's spirit was welcomed into celestial arms. When I sought the service of a familiar, Houtonio's spirit was eager to oblige. He knows I don't want to be in service to Texicus or Bush, and he wants to help. Houtonio left his life unfinished, and perhaps together I can help him finish his song. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts on Houtonio. I just want you to know a little bit more about the cute little owl that comes around, flaps his wings, and help y'all.
All right.
During that story, Doger again furiously polished his wand.
Oh man. Okay. I would give you a point of inspiration for the great Game of Thrones reference, but you already have one. I'm only allowing one at a time, so.
I gotta keep track of that.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
There's a spot for
Okay. So does this yield any sort of changes in your character at all that anyone needs to know about?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
All right. So Chad Shathid says, "Hey man, wow! That's so great! What a great story! I loved it. Man, this is great. I'm so glad that I've met you guys. Should we get going? All right. So you guys are gonna head that way, right?
Now,
great.
Chad, I'm so glad that you're happy to be alive. When we get about 200 to 300 yards away from the destination, please let me know.
Okay. All right. So I'm assuming you kind of cut his the ropes on his legs so he can do some walking,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
All right. So you guys
No,
walk
he has
through.
to inchworm his way
Yeah.
there.
You walk. That would be awesome. You walk into the woods. You don't see anything really of note for quite a while, but you're probably, you would guess, maybe even like a mile and a half into the woods. You come across a stream. The stream is kind of diagonal in front of you from bottom left to kind of top right. You go that direction. Let's see, this is going to be like northeast, that you follow the stream. And very quickly it opens up to kind of a clearing that has all kinds of like bush and brush and everything that's grown up. It's obviously not been very well maintained. And there are the ruins a couple hundred yards away. He says, "Yeah, we kind of we live here, kind of inside the walls on the left hand side, and that's kind of where we set up. So, like I said, there should be two guys there. If you want, I can make those introductions. Whatever's going to be best for you guys. What do you say, like 200 meters?
Yeah.
200 yards? Yeah, that's you're about 200 yards out from what you would see as like an opening in the wall. I mean, the wall's like kind of crumbling and stuff. And it's, the top has been pushed down and stuff, but there's little bits of the wall left.
Okay. So I, enter I enter Hoot, and I fly 100 feet.
Whoa.
Antonio de la Regada de Castillo. I enter Hoot, and I fly 100 feet up, and I look at our destination and just scout. Is there any?
Okay.
Is there a bunch of people? Is it? Can I see? What do I see?
All right. So what you see is there's like a kind of a rough circle of this wall, and the bottom left-hand corner, there are kind of like little bits and pieces of wood just kind of scattered about, and then some tents set up. You don't see anybody
Okay.
at all in there. Outside of that little area, there's another wall that kind of cuts around with an opening in the middle that extends kind of up to the top right. And it is hazy, misty. I have a hard time seeing. But
Uh-oh.
All right.
Sorry, you guys froze there again for a second. What after hazy misty? What'd you say?
dang, okay. You see a bunch of like ruins of houses, but 4 shelters that seem to be intact, and then one big kind of manor house mansion type thing that seems to be fairly well intact. But it's like this hazy mist kind of over all of it.
Gotcha.
But the bottom left is not like that.
So I'm gonna say, Chad, sit down.
Yep. So Chad's like, absolutely. Here, okay, and he sits down.
I want to take a sidebar with Trig and with Hopi and Doger.
Okay.
And Bronny. Just have a sidebar with them to where he can't hear us. What do you guys think? Do you think this is on the up and up? Do you think it's a trap?
Send Turtle Man to make Heidi's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I agree. So I touch Hopi's shoulder and I say, the power of WMD compels you. And that's my guidance. And take it away, Hopi. Do your thing.
Okay, so Hopi, you are free to walk in. Like I said, the wall in front of you is at places low enough that you can see over, but there is kind of a gap in the middle.
Can I still talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can find out if, yes, there are only 2 people, that'd be ideal. If it looks like they have some stuff, that would be ideal. And then I still think we can use Chad here if it is only 2. But Chad's just trying to screw us.
Let's take some input from Bronny. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good with this plan. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. So Bronny, you're going to start kind of inching your way.
No,
up.
Hopi is.
Hopi, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't send the negative Dex Ranger in there. Hey.
Yeah, I just rolled for a stealth. I rolled an 18 plus 8.
Okay. Right.
But I definitely want to just kind of slyly.
Okay, so you slink your way up as every turtle does, right? We all know how turtles slink and very inauspiciously approach a gate. You see a kind of a makeshift banner kind of sign over the opening there that says "The Sugar Creek Gang, keep out." Right. So as you slip in, you don't see anybody in this area. You can see signs of kind of people living there and stuff, but you don't see anybody. There is in the corner a table that has some ingredients kind of out. Looks like there's some sort of like maybe potion making or something going on, and a piece of paper.
Am I in an action moment, or can I actually do more actions because it's not really
you're
combat?
good.
Yeah.
If you want to
How far away is he?
He's about 60 feet away from the.
All right, so I point at him real quick and I say, with the message, I say, "Hey, as long as you're within 120 feet, let me know if you need anything or if you what you see."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you walk over to the table.
To the table, I kind of want to lean over, look at the picture or the paper, and see what's on it.
Okay. All right. So the paper says, we're not going to stay here and make 80 pouches and then not even going to be allowed to go in the raid. We're out, you shitbags. Okay?
Yes.
There's like a dagger stuck in it.
All right.
Fuck yes.
There's a box.
Fuck yes.
It has, the box is closed, but there are these kind of pouches sitting next to it. On top of it, on top of the box, it says, get some leaves.
Yeah.
And do you have any sort of nature check?
Oh my gosh.
That's
I
intelligence. What's your intelligence? Do an intelligence check for me.
I have a 1,
Okay, that's fine. Do an intelligence check for me.
10, 11.
Okay. All right, so you're not exactly sure what these do, but they look like something you've seen before. They're like very thin pieces of linen that have been kind of rubbed so that they're almost transparent. And in it, some sort of leaves have been stuffed, like ground up and stuffed in. You've seen people take these and put them like in their lip, right there in the front or whatever. And you get a sense that if you were to do that with these, there would be a little bit of some sort of like health bonus given to you. So you've got the box, and then you've got like 3 of these pouches resting against the box.
Yep. So awesome.
Okay.
I would like to go ahead and message back to Hassan Pfeffer. These guys are cool. We got nothing to worry about.
Sweet. Okay. So you guys gonna go in?
Yeah. So we pick up Chad.
Okay.
And Doger, if you're cool with it, let's head on in to meet up.
Yeah. These guys are legit. They're
so
like
you guys come in, walk over to the table. Chad looks down at the letter and he's like, you know what? I can't blame the guys. I can't, right? I mean, this is not what we signed up for, right? We were sold something a little different. There was this like image of what this was going to be. I don't blame them at all. In fact, once you guys are done here, I'm going to tail out and try to find my way in the world again. I just got lost, and people get lost sometimes. He just kind of behind you is a little kind of almost makeshift chest, and he turns to that and says, "Hey man, everything that we made, we put in there." And Pat kind of took care of it. So you guys are free to have it. There's no like traps or any of that shit. You can just have it and we're good to go.
Check for traps.
You gonna check for traps?
Yeah. Chad, you open it.
These guys are cool. These guys are
Chad walks over, flips the lock up, opens it up, and tosses you guys a bag. That's 209 gold coins.
I got that.
Hey.
And he's like, "Hey, I mean, we haven't been doing this that long. Like, we never really hurt. I mean, the people were rich, and we basically just took the excess. Like if there were a strata of the economy that was like the top 1%, you're just skating just a little bit, just skimming a little bit off the top.
Oh my God.
We got 209 coins
from the blind
here.
kids.
You guys are no. Solid. And you guys are fucking welcome to it. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like hightail it out of here, but I want to give you a little bit word of warning that on the other side of the wall, things get a little weird there. So we don't like do a whole lot with that. But just you guys do your thing, but you'll see if you go look. It's just kind of different. But the reason we came here is the rumor was that there was like some kind of cool shit going on in terms of like some pretty good treasure and shit like that. But it was maybe a bit out of our league, because we're not like really serious about this shit. Anyway. Like I said, I'm more of an actor than anything.
A little bit of worse on gold action.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So he starts kind of slowly, like inching as he's talking about all this. He's like inching his way out. He's like, "Yeah, there's like the door there, and you guys are good." And just kind of like starts to jet. He has no weapons on him. Are you guys gonna let him go or what?
Are you guys gonna? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't really think we should chase him. What are we gonna get out of him? He's got nothing on him. He's told us give us the loot.
Yeah,
he's worthless. Chad, let him dust in the wind.
Doger, do you want to beat him over the head with a book, or you good?
No, he good.
Okay. All right. So he's like, "Yeah, I mean, we should probably," and then just turns and runs.
We should hang out.
Wait. What's your Instagram?
Oh man. Okay. All right. So you guys are standing there. There are some places there are some like tents with beds. If you wanted to take a longer rest, this would probably be a decent time. You're nearing about 8:00 at night, so it's not dark, but it's starting to kind of.
What do we recognize daylight savings times in this fucking world?
Yeah, we do. Of course, we do. It's important.
Would you guys?
Piece of shit.
I kind of want to go in these ruins. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, all
Other
right.
side of the wall, it gets
Well,
weird and cool from what I'm
it-
told.
Can you send your owl like straight up in the
this
air?
voice is like, it's supposed to be really cool, like kind of echoing. Oh, cool. That's this guy's right now.
We should do it. We gotta do it.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
Okay.
I personally don't need a long rest, but I'm happy to rest.
So I'm full. Bronny is at 17, but I think he's at 20. He should be at 23, but I don't think he needs one.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. I think we're good.
Can I
All
just make one comment before I forget?
Before I forget, there were 25 pouches that you guys had in the box and the two outside.
What does that mean?
The pouches on the table. So these pouches that some sort of dip, right? You put in there. That
25.
you think has some sort of healing, but you don't know what kind of healing that looks like.
GQ, you carrying those?
25 pouches of healing dip. Got it.
Healing
Yep.
dip,
Yeah.
got it. Do we need to do
That's
any kind of nature or arcana check on them to
No.
see?
It's already a Cody Bear. It's already
Oh,
nature.
yeah,
We're
it's a
good.
Cody Bear. It's a
We're
Cody Bear.
good. Nature's implied.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, I do want to make one comment.
Sure.
And so, I was thinking about it a lot this week. And Totenreich was written on the wall, right? Old man
Ullman.
Ullman Bormine said that we need to prepare to find the bells, and there's more to this world and all this stuff, and we don't know what we face.
We should
Are we
have
in
asked
a
Chad about
simulation?
Totenreich.
Totenreich is German for Netherworld, realm of the
I thought it was
dead.
Army of the Dead.
Of the dead.
Oh shit! I think you fucking figured it
So
out.
it's throwback, but it's also like
yeah,
shit.
for real.
either they were like
This
Swooped
describes the extra dipping in the leaves a little more
Yes.
than they should have. This is
Yes.
death, absolutely.
okay. So I just want to
Okay.
tell you, I was
Dude,
thinking
boy,
about
epic. That's like
Mhm.
All right.
that's
All right.
okay.
it. And I found Alejos's Instagram, which was dirty. But
We should innervate him.
yeah.
Always innervate Alejos.
Okay. So we finish our rest, or we don't do a rest, and we
Are
go
you?
to the room?
It doesn't sound like you guys need to rest. Is what
Don't need one.
the consensus was.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so are you going to walk into this other part?
Yeah. Anybody want to carry a torch here?
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I'll
Just
I'll
light-
carry a torch.
All right,
let me
so
light-
you pull
fire.
out a torch, you light it, you guys walk in. It is dusk, but it's still fairly bright, because it is daylight savings, right, for the farmers. And as you guys walk in to this other side, it all of a sudden gets like really dim. Like you
Okay.
think that it feels like all of a sudden like 10:30 at night.
Is
Stuff
it
right here.
enclosed or is it still
Nope.
open?
It's still open.
Oh.
All right. So as you walk in,
Hoping you can
you-
get in front and check for traps as we go along.
Absolutely.
all right, as you walk in, you see these 5 buildings. These 4 buildings. These kind of smaller huts and whatever, and the big mansion kind of in the back.
4 buildings.
I like
Alright.
the perception check for that 5th building.
Okay. Yeah. It was the mansion. It was the mansion the whole time. Right.
It was the mansion the whole time.
All right.
So I have 4 buildings plus a mansion, and we are outdoor.
If it wasn't for
Too
you
dark.
kids
All
and that
outdoor, but
dog
it's
too.
It is starting to get dark.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing?
I'd like to walk in front in stealth and kind of just assess what's going on.
Okay. All right. So you walk in. You're kind of stealth. Why don't you give me a stealth check for me?
What?
+8. +8.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
One's a one.
critical fail. Right. So so you try to kind of like meld with the shadows. You're like, guys, I got this shit, right? And you kind of do. You're like, I'm gonna like kind of just blend in, right? And you immediately bump into a big ass bear as you like come around the corner. There's a bear
Hilarious.
standing on its
Yes.
2 front
The
legs,
statue?
on its back legs. It is a live bear, and as you bump into it, combat commences.
Oh,
he gets a surprise round, and he begins
No.
to cast a spell. As you
Magic
Bear
Sucker.
casting spells.
He's up on his two hind legs and begins to cast a spell. He casts it at Hopi.
Oh shit!
that was quite the one.
All right, and
Way to one it.
was quite the one. Hopi, you look up, you see this bear standing over you. Instead of swiping at you with its claw, it begins to do the hand motions, the muttering, or whatever. And what is easily recognizable as one of GQ's Eldritch Blast shoots out at you, but you duck out of the way at the last second.
Some fucking warlock bear.
Warlock
Okay.
druid multi-class
Yes.
bullshit.
All right, so why don't everyone give me a quick
Initiative
initiative check.
All right.
20.
8. Man, these dice are rolling low.
15.
Okay. Who had 20? GQ?
GQ. No, return to my comic book store. Ready,
And I need one for Bronny.
Ooh, yes.
10.
Okay.
Oh,
Good
sorry.
one.
That's your trick.
I
That's
got a
fine.
9, so it's close
That's fine.
enough.
That's all right. All right. Okay. GQ, it's your turn. This
All
bear
right.
looks mean. He also looks intelligent.
As far as I can see, it's one target, right?
One target.
All right. So then,
Larry.
I'd like to say, I'm on the right. Okay. So he's hexed, and
It's too good.
I'm gonna roll to hit on my Eldritch Blast, which is a massive 10. Just
Whoa!
massive.
Hey now.
Okay. All right. 10 plus. So 10 will
10
do
total.
it. Yep.
Oh, really? Oh, fantastic.
10 will do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So then it's a total of 10 damage.
And it's all total of 10 damage with the
Yep.
hex bonus.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it together for you.
Okay. All right. It is Doger's turn.
All right. All right. I'm going to
I
Eldritch-
furiously throw my wand at a book.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a nat 20.
Okay. All right. So you wave your hands. You mutter some stuff under your breath, and a ball of light goes out. Right, this like kind of pink ball hits this bear, and doesn't seem to do a whole lot.
Damn.
Right, no damage of any kind. Doesn't seem to respond in any way. It is Hopi's turn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I didn't give you one piece of information. Hopi, when you do anything to an enemy, do you need a certain stat to be lower, like strength or dex, whatever, to
I don't think so.
hurt their save in any way?
Doesn't.
you,
I don't
Micah?
think so.
Doger.
Smartness. Like
Okay,
wisdom.
So with the hex, I'd like to hex wisdom.
Okay, all right. Still, he doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Okay,
I mean, it's
Hopi.
it's just
Yeah, I'd like to attack. I guess I haven't reached for any weapons yet. Is that considered a move?
You can pull out a weapon as a bonus action.
Let's do a rapier dagger situation.
Okay.
I have one rapier, so I'll roll rapier first.
Okay.
So my d20 is a 18. My dex modifier is a 4.
Okay, that'll do it.
Rapier
rape
is a
here,
1d
rape there, rape anywhere.
1d8 plus 4. I rolled a 6, so 10.
Okay.
And my dagger, I rolled a 19 plus 4.
Okay.
nice.
It's a
All right.
1d4
So
plus 4.
you kind of pop up after leaning against him and just stab this bear right in the chest, and it falls over dead.
Woo!
As it does, you see these little wisps of light kind of leave its eyes and fly off into the
He was
distance.
possessed.
Shit,
He was
okay.
possessed. GQ.
What is
Is there any more?
That's it.
what remains?
detect-
A dead
Detect
bear?
magic. Detect
Yeah.
magic. Sorry. GQ.
Yeah,
can you
there's a
detect
dead
that
bear.
magic.
I mean, it's 30-foot radius, so the wisp's gone.
The wisps were gone.
Okay. I have
Okay.
2 spell slots, man. I spend them like they're gold.
I do have to make a work phone call. Sorry, 1 second.
I feel like we'd be remiss
Dude,
if we
quick
didn't
break.
give Brawny the opportunity to fuck the spare.
It'll be 2 minutes, and absolutely, I agree.
Okay, so
I'll
I'll
be
do a
back in
roll
2
on
minutes.
that. He fails his roll on fucking the bear, so he's just skipped the whole fucking the bear thing. And we're gonna take 2 minutes and get some drinks.
All right.
I am debating. I'm not gonna pour myself another drink.
I know. I abstained from that last pour. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna-
mine's that was stronger than I had
because look
anticipated.
So I'm feeling uncomfortable as I drink this. My brother gave this to me. It's called Pig's Nose, but as I was looking at the bottle, it says, "As soft and smooth as a pig's nose." I don't
That's
know if
awesome.
I want to really drink something like that, and it kind of smells and tastes like a pig would.
Okay, so not great then.
Not great.
Oh,
But get your crunk.
dude, Manhattans with bullet rye, it's just solid. It's just solid as a rock.
Yeah. I can't let anything go to waste. So I've tasked myself with finishing this bottle before I start the next bottle. So I just gotta muscle through.
Waste not, want not, right?
I mean, it is smooth. It tastes good. It tastes good and it is smooth. It just has an odd smell, like almost like bacon, but not. It's very pig-like. It's very
That
odd.
doesn't sound great.
Is that Whistle Pig? Sorry.
No, it's pig's nose. It's got a very weird smell, but it tastes good and it goes down smooth. I guess kind of like pork rinds. I mean, pork rinds smell like shit, but
There he is. There he is. Look at this
tastes
dude.
alright,
Sorry, I'm fixing a situation.
so.
Okay.
Ooh, yikes! Oh no.
What's going on?
Trig is fixing a situation.
Brawny did
worse
not fuck
situation.
that bear.
Yeah, he failed his DC check. Or his difficulty check. DC check.
Which is what
like pen
DC
number.
stands for. Yes.
Right, yeah. So DC, not DC check, like pen number.
I'm glad we handled this when Dan couldn't play, because otherwise he probably just would have rage quit.
And he's like, if I can't fuck the bears, I'm out.
What are we even doing here, right?
Why am I even playing this game?
I'm trying to play my role.
Roll your ball, fuck bears.
Oh, you're
All right.
All right, let me know when we're ready to proceed.
I'm listening. I have to text her phone.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all right. As long
it-
as you're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bear falls over dead, and you guys do a look around. You don't see a whole lot else, but you see these shelters, these buildings that are that seem to have survived somehow. Whatever kind of went through this here. You stick your head in, and they show signs of violence. There's kind of old blood stains and scratches on the walls and stuff like that. But other than that, nothing else. In the 4 smaller buildings, there's the mansion, the manor, kind of ahead of you.
Did I just cast Hex on that bear that last fight?
You did hex the bear.
You did hex the bear, yeah.
Fuck. Alright. I was dumb.
That's all right. So you guys gonna approach the manor?
We got 4 buildings and a manor.
Yep. So you've looked, and you looked in the smaller buildings, and you saw signs.
We
of
saw
violence.
signs of violence.
That was it.
We gotta go to the manor then. 'cause we gotta figure out- gotta figure out what's going on.
Okay, so you walk up to the manor. As you walk up to the manor, it gets darker and darker and
Oh.
darker,
Yeah.
And we're still outside.
and you're still outside. Right? You're walking up the steps, and as you reach the door, you open the door. There's like, as the door opens and swings open, as it does that, your torch goes out, and
Some
as
bit.
you step into the manor, there are lamps on the wall that all of a sudden light up. You are standing in a corridor that has 2 doors on either side and a massive door in front of you. It is. It looks like it's not been like maintained very well recently, but it was once nice. There are like kind of marble floors. There's a kind of an ornate rug runner that's kind of running the whole length of the room. There's not much else in here except for these doors on either side of the door at the end.
I mean,
Sorry, my issue is now over. Okay.
All right, good.
side doors first, right? I mean,
Side doors first, absolutely.
All right,
always-
door on the left, door on the right.
Check for traps.
Okay, so you're gonna check for traps. Give me a roll.
3.
Okay,
Stop
you're not
having
real
the
sure.
Turtle check shit.
You're not real sure. You know.
I mean,
Didn't
I was
see
always
anything.
taught. I was always taught that whenever you're lost, you always go the right way. So I just took a right.
Okay.
Oh, I
All
like
right.
it.
So
I like
you
it.
go into the first door on the right, and you open the door. Luckily, nothing happens there, and you see a sitting room. All right.
Okay.
In this sitting room, there are 2 chairs right next to the doors you come in. Kind of 2 chairs in front. Like some sort of coffee table, and a small couch across from the coffee table. On this, there is a halfling woman sitting.
No.
She is very clearly dead. There is a hole piercing her chest.
Okay.
The top third of her head has been removed, and her brains are kind of sitting up.
like a
On the
scanner.
table, yes.
Nice.
On the
Love
table is the top of her skull,
it. Okay.
sitting as a bowl, and in it are what look like red grapes.
I
Damn.
look and regard Hopi and GQ and Bronny. Grab the left chair, spin around facing the wall, sit in it, and furiously polish my wand.
So, is she
In that kind of
clothed?
name.
She's clothed, and she's very, very stiff. She looks almost like porcelain, but you can tell this was at one point a living, breathing person.
Can I tell how long she's been dead?
13.
13.
13. It's been a while. You're not sure. Like it could be anywhere from several weeks to several months, maybe even years. She seems to have kind of almost petrified.
Are there
And
any?
her brain is present,
Her brain is present.
but the skull cap has grape in it.
The skull cap is sitting on the table like a bowl, and in the bowl are red grapes.
This is so interesting.
Are there any identifiable markings like a tattoo?
Nothing.
Is there active fire in the fireplace?
Nope. There's just that wall sconce that lit up when everything else lit up.
So interesting. Let's keep looking.
Can we try the
Okay.
grapes? Are they delicious?
You can try the grapes if you want.
I'm not.
Okay. All right. I mean, you walk into a room with a dead person. Her head is holding grapes in this like dark, scary mansion. The first thing you're like,
Hey, Bronny, you want to try one of those grapes?
Take one of these.
I think
Bronny, it's a
I
dare.
think Bronny wants to try one of those grapes on a dare.
Was there
Double dog.
another room like
Double dog
opposite
dare.
this one?
Yes, there's another room opposite that one.
Let's go in there.
Okay, you walk in there. There is an elf male in the exact same position, same setup: 2 chairs, table, couch. Elf male, hole in the chest, top of his head's removed, bowl, grapes.
Also grapes.
Guy on
So
the left,
cool.
girl on the right.
Okay, this
Are
is the
there
second grape.
stairs or anything?
The second grapes
what?
room.
Are there stairs? Oh, sorry.
Nothing.
Second
You have the
grapes
2
room.
rooms. There are 4 rooms total.
We definitely dare
Pouring
Bronny to
CK?
eat the grapes.
Okay.
I feel like one of the grapes.
One of the grapes. Bronny
I'm-
will
I'm-
eat one of the grapes.
I'm not going to let you guys do this. I'm
All
not
right.
gonna let you guys do that.
I'll eat this
Okay.
shit.
Holy the shit. All right. There are 2 more rooms, one on either side.
We're going. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm leading the way.
So you walk in, which on the right or left?
Right's the right
Okay,
way.
so
right?
you go into the right, and the right there is the same exact setup: a dwarf male, hole in the chest, head on the table with grapes. On the left, there is a human woman, same exact setup: hole in the chest, head off, holding grapes on the table.
Man,
And they are not decaying? Or
They
it's
are not
fresh?
decaying at all.
at least this serial
They are
killer
very
isn't discriminatory.
clearly dead. Yes, not discriminatory. So there's
Hole in the chest.
one.
How big's the hole? How big's the hole? Sorry.
It's about the size of maybe a thick pencil.
Oh, pretty thin then.
Yeah, so fairly thin.
Needle dick.
Nickel.
Okay. So in the hall in the corridor, there's one massive door at the end that you have not gone through.
All right.
With 20 minutes left, I want to go.
Okay. All right. So you open that door, and again, like it kind of creaks open. You walk into a room. This room is probably maybe 40 by 50 feet, a massive, massive room.
Okay.
There is a huge oak table in front of you. The oak table has 4 chairs on either side and one at either end. And in each chair, there is a rotting corpse.
Ah. Now
Behind them on the far wall, there is a massive stone door that seems to have some sort of script written on it.
No,
And then
not-
underneath, there are keyholes.
Is there So there's script. Is there any other symbolism or writing?
Okay,
in
so
the
you're
room?
gonna check this. You're gonna check that door. You're gonna go look at the door.
This is a big room, right?
I
Right.
have.
So you're gonna walk around the table and go check the door. Okay. So you go over.
Okay.
Yeah. You go over
There's-
there. There's a script that, at first glance, does not look very familiar. And there's a script. There is an image of a massive spider standing on an ornate crown. There are 4 keyholes that are kind of arranged on a diagonal from top to top left to bottom right, and there are words. Anyone speak Celestial?
I believe that I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So the dumbest motherfucker in the group leans over and reads these words. You gonna read this out loud? To the
Absolutely.
group? Okay. Four of hope have come and gone, their light added to the darkness below. Minds stolen block their paths, shield their thoughts to open the way. As you finish reading this, the corpses at either end of the table stand up and combat commences.
yes.
Son of a
Dude, this
bitch.
is so
Yes.
cool, man.
Great. That's great.
Yes. Fucking 21.
Okay. All right.
One moment.
So cool.
Por favor.
Can you paste in the chat what that little rhyme was later?
Yes, I will.
12.
17 for Hopi, and 17 for Brownie.
I don't believe these rolls.
Oh, it doesn't show.
Doesn't show. Too dark. In the darkness. Darkness.
+4 initiative.
Darkness.
Darkness.
This is so fucking awesome, man. I love it.
I'm excited. I'm glad. I feel honored that I was
Okay.
able to read the Celestial for you guys.
I know.
Great.
I remember you saying that you could speak that, and I was like, that's interesting. I can speak 3 languages.
Hold on, let me get things pulled up here. Okay. All right. So as these 2 creatures stand up and start walking towards you, I need everyone to make a check for me. Constitution check.
Constitution check.
That's a D20 plus your Constitution modifier.
6.
23.
We got a 16 for Hopi. Ooh, and a 5 for Ronnie.
Okay, so Bronny and
GQ.
GQ immediately take 2 points of damage in fear. You feel your heart seize up and hurt you.
Ouch.
It does not seem to go away, and this is something that you will assume will be somewhat reoccurring until you do some sort of
Cody Bear?
healing or
Cody Bear.
you have to pass some sort of check. All right, so Cody Bear would be a good call here. All right.
Okay.
So it is GQ's turn.
Okay. So who killed the bear? What was the killing blow?
The killing blow of the bear was Hopi.
Okay.
But it's not my... yeah.
Okay, I can move my hex if the target dies.
But you have
Has
to
it
move
been-
it onto something.
Yeah,
there was
that'd be-
nothing to move
Yeah,
it
that'd
on.
be in the
I-
same
I-
combat. You can't.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't-
hold on.
Just
As
floating
at higher
blocks.
levels, it increases in duration to 8 hours
Okay.
and 24 hours. So, how long has it been since we fought the bear?
It's only been about 25 minutes.
Okay, so it's now an hour duration. So I
The
would
duration of the hex, right? But to
Yeah.
move it, you can't. It has to have a
You
place
need it.
to
You
locate.
need a target
say okay,
to
okay, it's
transition
fine.
it to.
It's fine.
You need a host as it.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
right,
I'll
okay,
do my
so go
research
ahead.
during the week, etc.
Yep. All right.
Okay. So, what is the clumpage right now of the
All right.
targets?
So you guys are kind of spread out, is what I
Yeah.
envisioned. As on the other side of the table, Doger is standing next to the door. You guys are on either side. They are on either end of the table, and they're walking towards you. So they're walking towards GQ on one side and Bronny on the other, and then I've got Hopi and Doger in the middle.
Would I be able to close the distance and catch them all in a 15-foot cone?
No, they're because they're coming from other ends of the table. The table itself was probably 15 feet long.
Okay. So 4 total targets?
2 total targets at this point.
Oh, two targets. Okay.
Yeah, just one on
Well,
either
then-
end.
I'm not going to do anything fancy right now. I'm just going to cast Eldritch Blast on the right one.
Okay.
It's a 23,
Okay. That'll do it.
and it hits for... Sorry, I need to think about this. It's my charisma modifier. Total of 7.
Okay. All right. It is Doger's turn.
There are how many right now? Just 2?
There's just
Just
2
Okay.
rotting corpses that are walking towards you. They look fairly large and imposing. Yeah.
Doger. I feel like in Final Fantasy 3, you could give undead a healing potion and immediately kill them, like an X potion.
You,
Why don't you give him
could
some
give
of
him an
your
X-Potion or a
white-
Phoenix Down.
Why don't you give some of your white juice, which is a res, which is mean a death.
All right. I like
Just
it.
saying.
I like it.
I don't know. It's just an idea.
All right, it's Doger's turn. I will give you 5 seconds to decide what you're going to do.
Sorry.
5,
Hold on. I'm gonna see
Or-
what I have.
3,
I've got a potion of cure light wounds. I'll use that.
2. All right, so
John,
you're
by
going to...
the way... Oh, sorry.
How are you going to get this delivered? What's your delivery method?
I'm gonna throw it.
Celery. Oh,
All right, so why don't you go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Sean, Hoot rolled a 4 for initiative.
Okay. Okay, good, thanks.
23.
All right, so you rear back, you pull this potion of cure light wound or cure wounds, or potion of healing, I think that's what they call them.
Yeah.
And you clock this thing. It breaks, and the fluid kind of runs over it. It rears back its head and screams. What does cure wounds do? What's
2d4
2d8
plus
+2, right?
2.
Okay, why don't you do that for damage for me?
Okay. Seven.
Okay. All right, and Hopi, if you didn't have a point of inspiration, I'll give you a point of inspiration for the Final Fantasy.
Nice.
it gives me 2.
Excellent.
Gives me 2.
Okay. No, you
I
only
mean-
get one. You can only get one.
one.
Oh, one
I mean,
total. Okay.
one
okay.
total.
I love
One
it. Don't
total.
get me wrong, but god damn, do we need that healing, guys?
Yeah, all right, you really do.
You shut your damn mouth.
Okay, so that corpse
Shut it down.
launches itself with incredible speed at GQ. Make sure I have this right. Yes, at GQ. So
AC 13. AC 13.
and reaches back with its hand as it reaches back. Its fingers elongate and sharpen and slashes at you, but misses.
I
Woo.
prefer
All right, you're able to just barely lean back. The second one on the other side launches itself at Hopi.
Mm-mm.
Come on,
all right.
Hopi.
Same thing, right? Rears back, fingers elongate and sharpen to points, claws you, and successfully rips into your chest.
No,
Doing-
not like this.
I'm ready for it.
I take these.
Save him, Brownie.
Doing 7 points of damage to you.
All right.
All
It's okay. That's okay.
right, I need you to give me a Constitution check.
Oh,
shizzle.
shit, son.
6 + 2, 8.
Ooh, okay. And you seize up and fall back to the ground rigid.
Shit,
No.
son.
Am I in my turtle shell since I seized?
I'm going to say that you are not in your turtle shell.
Ooh,
All right, but you do fall back
Weird.
on your turtle shell, so you're just kind of turtling.
Yeah.
Is he unconscious?
He is not unconscious. He's just seemingly unable to do a lot of movement.
Paralyzed?
Okay. It is Hopi's turn. Hopi is paralyzed in some way, and it is Bronny's turn.
Come on, Brownie.
Bronny is standing next to Hopi.
Hopi, you got to roll for Brownie.
Oh, here we go. 10 plus probably -1.
He rears back and tries to attack the guy that just attacks you, but misses.
Fuck.
Okay.
Shizzle.
It is Hoot's turn.
Come on, Hoot. Hoot is going to assist Doger. Is next? Doger's next?
Actually, you're next.
Oh, you're going to assess me.
Okay, so Hoot just stays on your shoulder, kind of leans its head up and rubs its head against you a little bit, and it is GQ's turn.
All right, here we go. This is to attack the same target attack last time. All right, so 16. No, plus 6, 22.
Okay, 22, that'll do it. All right.
Total of 10 damage.
Okay, and I'm assuming you are attacking. Which one are you attacking?
Wasn't there only one damaged?
There's one damaged. Yeah.
That's the one I'm attacking.
Okay. All right. And it's
Isn't
10 damage. You said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. This is Eldritch Blast, right?
Yep.
Okay. So hands. The fireball comes out, or the wispy, flamey light comes out, nails this thing in the chest. It steps back. It looks like this affected it quite strongly. It is Doger's turn,
Come on, Dogie.
All right.
and Doger
Doge
is
froze.
frozen.
Or
that-
totally high right now.
yeah.
One or the other.
All right.
Ah, damn it.
I
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
You good?
Hey,
Yay! There he is.
Yeah,
He's back. He's
Weird,
back.
because you guys were fine the whole time. That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So Doger, it's your turn.
I will.
I think Duggar walks over and then he just goes,
All right. I'm gonna run up to him, smack him
Hold
with
on.
my.
Why don't you leave the call and come back because your lips aren't
All right.
matching your voice.
Roger.
That's good for me.
It wasn't for me.
It's not good.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So Doger, your turn.
Okay.
Hey.
I will clock that motherfucker with my book.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna rear back with that book, try to clock him. Why don't you give me a roll?
So good. Happy birthday, man.
I appreciate it.
That is a 15.
Okay. All right. That'll do it. You clock him with your book. How much damage does your book do?
Does 1d4 plus 4, so 8.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So one of these
Some
is
book
looking
damage.
pretty rough, right? Like chunks of flesh are just going to fly off and everything.
Fucking page, like paper cutting the shit out of him. Like,
Okay. All right. It is that corpse rears back, tries to attack Doger.
AC 17.
is that NC-17 or what?
And
No, it's
Can we watch this? Can we watch this?
rears back.
20.
Censored.
Both hands elongate into points and just slack right down into your chest.
Ooh, the DM is smiling. That's already too late.
I had 1 to my AC. It's 18 AC.
That's not gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. So
It's so
You-
hot.
you take 16 points of damage.
Oh no,
Alright.
not like this, doggy.
But because I evaded with that 1 AC, it's half damage. So I take
Oh
8.
my god! All right, I still need you to do a Constitution check for me.
All right, sir.
What happened?
What was the mechanics there?
10.
That just barely works. You feel yourself start to seize up, but you just kind of and overcome that sense of immobilization. All right.
What was the 1 AC mechanic there?
It's for me to know and you to never know.
Got it.
All right, so he's got some shit going on, right? Like Dan's got weird shit in his pants. He's got weird shit on his character sheet.
Oh,
Got
whoops.
it.
I was
Okay.
actually supposed to roll a 1d8, whatever.
Just trying to know my party.
All right, so it is the corpse next to Hopi's turn. It is going to try to attack Hopi, who is on the ground immobilized.
Nope.
And because of that, he's at an advantage.
Ooh,
Right. Ooh.
that is a new state record. The
It
DM slides is
too
already too late.
Rears back, both hands elongate into points, and
No.
just comes down and annihilates your
These
chest.
two fucking corpses are wrecking us.
Yeah. And it does.
I blame Chad.
I blame Chad.
I blame Derek.
Guys, it's time to bust out the ocarina.
It does 10 points of damage to you.
10 damage. Yikes.
Okay. Hopi, why don't you give me a d20 roll plus your Constitution modifier?
You just
7 total. 7
Okay.
total.
All right. You try to work yourself out of whatever's going on, but you are incapable. You are completely frozen and immobilized on the
Yikes.
ground.
What?
It is
No.
Bronny's turn.
Ronnie.
Come on,
Ronnie.
Bronny, we need you to show up here, man.
Ronnie
You got that new
is
sword.
going
New
to-
sword.
Yeah, the new sword.
Double-
Do the thumb. Do the
But
thumb.
he's got to
Do
rub
the
it
thumb.
first. He's gotta
Do the
rub it.
thumb.
He's gonna do the.
There you go. And the lick.
You
Good.
gotta lick it before you stick it.
Oh my gosh.
He rolled a 9 plus. I hope
The
something.
-1.
No, that's the
I
minus
hope
one.
something.
All right, so he
I hope
rears
he's something.
back and swings.
like-
Nothing happens.
Nothing doing.
Okay.
Is this burnt? Is this burnt then?
No, it's
It
still
lasts for
stored
a
up.
day.
It's
Yeah.
still stored. It's still
All right.
stored up. It's Hoot's turn.
Okay. Who's next after who?
It's Hoot.
Oh,
It's GQ after.
He's gonna encourage me. He's gonna help me.
Okay.
2
All
minutes.
right.
by the
So
way, 2 minutes,
he
guys.
rubs you. All right, and it is GQ's turn.
All right. So the one that's most damaged, we gotta get him down. 20.
God damn,
All
nice.
right.
Not natural. Not natural. Not natural.
That's
Yeah,
right. Your
Elder Splash.
wispy Eldritch Blast comes out,
Yeah.
clocks him in the face. How much damage?
Total of 7.
Okay. That blast hits him, kind of illuminates his face. It's a little dark, wispy in there. There's the sconces on the wall, but it's very shadowy. Illuminates its rotten face, and then it collapses on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay.
All right.
Finally.
It
Dying
is
in your
Doger's
arms
turn.
tonight.
There is one corpse standing over Hopi.
All right. I will teach that thing to read. I'll smack it with my book.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a roll.
That is 11.
Okay. All right. You rear back, try to swipe to slam the thing on the back, but it moves out of the way at the last second with this kind of weird. They're like weird shambling, kind of very slow motion thing, and then at the last second, it's just gonna really quickly jumps back, and you miss. Okay. It is that dude's turn. Jesus Christ! It turns towards Doger. Both hands go up again, elongate into points, and slam themselves into your chest.
Huh. 20 AC. 20 AC.
Okay. Doing. $14 points of damage, which I'm guessing you're gonna have.
Yep, half to 7.
Okay. So 7 points of damage.
Thank
All right,
God.
I need a Constitution check for you.
All right, 1 second. I'm just updating.
Oh, did y'all hear that?
Okay.
No.
There's some thunder.
11.
Okay, and again, you feel the effects kind of pushing in on you that are trying to seize up your muscles.
What is
But
this
you're able
thing?
to throw it off. All right, it is Hopi's turn. Hopi,
Come on, Hopi. Come on.
I need
This
a
is one guy
Constitution
left,
check.
right? One guy?
Constitution. Get that Constitution roll going.
A 12 plus 2, 14.
Okay, all right. So Hopi is able to push himself out of that paralyzed state. He is barely able
Fuck yes.
to kind of push it off.
My man.
You are prone on the ground. You can stand up,
Threw it on the ground.
and then you have a bonus action left.
I would like to stand up and then stealth.
Okay, so why don't you give me a stealth check?
10 plus 8, 18.
Okay, all right, and you just slip back into the shadows.
Okay.
It's Bronny's turn. Bronny's standing next to that guy,
Come on.
that corpse.
6. Minus
Okay. He rears back
I
with
just
sword.
can't, guys. I can't.
Nothing happened there.
Well,
does anyone want to use a
Hold
point
on,
of inspiration?
Wait. though.
On right now.
When you're-
I'm
wait.
using mine.
But when you're doing those
Oh.
rolls, you're saying -1, but he has a plus hit on his weapon, though. Should be a +4 or +6. So if you're rolling a 6, he should be getting a 12 or a 10.
I thought it was a plus my. Is that
Then
right?
then you would subtract the dex
Yeah.
modifier. So if his weapon's a +4, he should be getting +4 -1, it should be +3.
So is the so if I say my rapier is a 1d8 plus 4,
It's
that's
+4
not
to hit.
+4 to damage. That's +4 to hit.
No. That 1d8 plus
That's
4.
damage.
If the 4 is after it's damage.
There's
if
a
it's
hit.
before, it'll say +4. It's a hit, or something like that.
Let me see.
Oh, because mine says rapier plus 6 and then 1d8 plus 4. That means I have +6
Okay.
to hit on
6 to hit. Yes.
it.
Great
Oh my
news,
god!
folks. We don't have any idea what the fuck we're doing. So if you've ever thought to yourself, "I'd like to get a group of guys together and play some D&D," this is what it would look like here. Okay, all right. So why don't you add that together for me again for that roll?
12 plus 2, 14.
Okay, all right. So yes, he is able to stab into
No
this
clue.
ghoul.
Oh my god! I've been
All
handicapped.
right, why don't you run damage for me?
And I remember.
1d8 plus 4. A 1 plus 4, 5.
Okay.
I've been waiting
And
for
then
this
also
moment.
the acid damage
The
is
2d8 is what I wrote
Yes.
down.
2d8.
oh, do I mean to roll a d8 twice?
Yes.
4, 4.
Yes. I'll take middle of the road.
That's what I rolled.
Okay. All right. It is Bronny, or that was Bronny's turn. It's Hoot's turn, and GQ's
All right.
at the top of the order.
Hoot is going to encourage GQ.
Okay, and GQ's gonna do what?
Attack with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, why don't you give me a check on that?
That would be a 23
Okay, that'll do it.
for a total of 7.
All right, so this thing is reeling back from just getting clocked by Bronny, and as it rears back, it's hit with your Eldritch Blast. It is Doger's turn.
Doger says it's 10:30, and this would probably be a good time to stop.
10:33.
Can you do one more attack? Because
Oh
it's
my
probably
gosh.
not
All right.
ideal to stop right here.
All right, fine. I'll do book attack.
Okay.
22.
Okay, that'll do it.
I've been missing all these rolls, fellas.
5 damage.
Okay. All right. And then
These guys were freaking tough, man. What are they, just
Yeah, for
zombies?
2 little
Zambas.
cranberries.
2 little
Cranberry.
cranberries.
Zombie.
all right. So you clock this thing with your book. It seems to be caught off guard with it. It steps back a little bit. As this happens, you see this kind of green light kind of wash over it, and it too then slumps to the ground
Interesting.
and is
All right.
is now unconscious.
The old green
All
light
right.
slump.
So, as that thing slumps to the ground, The 8 corpses left at the table stand up in unison. Every other on either side, so 2 on either side, their heads roll off onto the floor and they slump over, and 4 make moves towards you, and we'll stop there.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Fuck. All right, that's awesome.
Holy shit.
All right, guys.
This is the best thing ever!
This is
Good
good.
stuff. All right, guys.